Something's going down at Hollis Hall, and the whole city's buzzing about it. A linebacker everyone thought was done is about to make a comeback. A rookie wideout who's barely touched the ball might go off any second now. And there's a trade being discussed that could completely change our defensive front. But here's what nitrogen monoxide one's talking about. Every one of these moves could decide whether the Bears are true contenders or just the same old team. Stick around till the end, because what's coming might shake the foundations of Soldier Field. And if you're a real Navy and Orange fan, hit that like button right now and subscribe, because this is just getting started. Linebacker Amen Ogbongbemiga is back. And I'm telling you, this isn't just another boring injured reserve activation. The Bears just opened up his 21-day practice window, and they've got until Saturday to decide whether he suits up against the Saints. Let me ask you this. Do you really think it's just coincidence that this happens right when the defense needs more depth? I don't think so. Look, Ogbongbemiga hasn't played a single snap this season after landing on IR in August. But here's what people are ignoring. Last year, this guy suited up for every single game. 13 tackles, 1 sack, and steady work on special teams. And get this, before Chicago, he played 47 games for the Chargers in his first 3 NFL seasons. So tell me, how many depth linebackers do you know with that kind of experience? Not many. And in a division where we face Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and all that NFC North firepower, we need every reliable body in the second level. But here's where things get interesting. The Bears also opened up practice windows for running back Travis Homer and defensive lineman Austin Booker. 3 players, 3 positions, all facing the same Saturday deadline. What does that tell you? Ryan Poles is clearly evaluating which pieces he needs for this final stretch of the season. And let's talk Booker for a sec. The second-year dude hit IR before the season even started. Hasn't played a down in 2025, but the staff believes he can bring that juice we desperately need in the pass rush. Did you see the game against Washington? Montez Sweat and Deo Odeyingbo have more roughing the passer penalties than sacks combined. 2 penalties, 1 sack total. Unacceptable for the money those guys are pulling in. So what does Ogbongbemiga's return mean here? It means Poles is actually building real depth. He's not waiting for an injury to react, he's being proactive. And after years of this organization making reactive decisions, that's refreshing. Let's be real though, Ogbongbemiga isn't Brian Urlacher. He's not Roquan Smith. He's a rotational guy, a special teamer. Someone who gives you solid snaps when you need them. But in a season where we're 3-2 and fighting for a playoff spot, those players are crucial. So tell me, would you rather have Ogbongbemiga ready and not need him? Or need him desperately in Week 12 and not have him? The answer's obvious. This city's seen too many seasons derailed by lack of depth. We can't afford that again, not this year, not with Caleb Williams developing, not with Ben Johnson building something real. Will Ogbongbemiga single-handedly change the season? No, but he's one more piece of the puzzle. And in Chicago, we know championships are built with 53 players, not 22. If that surprised you, wait till you hear this. Luther Burden III is about to break out, and I guarantee you're not ready for what's coming. Brad Biggs from the Chicago Tribune reported something every Bears fan should be hyped about. Things are trending up for Burden, and more snaps are coming. Did you watch Monday night against Washington? Burden played 15 snaps, ran 12 routes, and still managed 4 catches for 51 yards. Come on now. The kid's producing off crumbs. Imagine what he'll do with a full plate. Now let me ask you, why isn't a second-round receiver showing that efficiency? Getting more playing time? I'll tell you why. 2 reasons, and both are about to change. First, DJ Moore's groin injury. Moore played Monday, but we all saw he wasn't 100%. If he misses a game or 2, who fills those snaps? Exactly, Burden. And here's what no one's mentioning. That could be the perfect shot for Burden to prove he deserves a bigger, permanent role. Second reason, and this one really catches my eye, Olamide Zaccheaus. The guy played 54 snaps against Washington. 54! Burden played 15. And what did Zaccheaus do with all that field time? Dropped a crucial ball wide open across the middle, a perfect pass from Caleb Williams. One any NFL receiver should catch with eyes closed. How long do you think Ben Johnson puts up with that? Not long. Johnson isn't Matt Nagy. He's not handing out snaps out of loyalty or habit. If Burden keeps producing with limited chances, eventually those chances will grow. And let's look at what Burden showed Monday. 4 catches on 12 routes. That's a 33% target rate, solid for a rookie still finding rhythm. And more importantly, 51 yards on for catches averages nearly 13 per grab. That's not a possession receiver, that's a playmaker. Now, to make that next step, Burden needs more snaps, it's that simple. You can't become a focal point getting 15 snaps a game. He's got to be out there for 30 to 35, roughly half the offensive plays. To ways he gets there. 1. Moore misses time and Burden grabs that shot like his career depends on it because it does. 2. Zachos keeps messing up. And Johnson makes the obvious call, give the productive rookie more run. What excites me is that Burden's got the skill set to be way more than a third option. Speed, dependable hands, and the ability to separate on short and intermediate routes, the exact kind of receiver Caleb Williams needs as he keeps growing. You remember when we thought rookie wideouts never produced early in Chicago? Romodunn's already changed that. Now Burden's showing this rookie class could be something special, real special. And here's the detail no one's talking about. If Burden proves to be that reliable third guy behind Moore and O'Dunn's, this offense becomes nearly impossible to defend. Teams can't double everybody, someone's getting one-on-one looks. And if that someone is Burden averaging 13 yards a catch, good luck stopping that for 4 quarters. I think we're about to witness the Luther Burden breakout. And when it happens, everyone will act like they saw it coming, but you and I, we knew first. Now here's where things get truly wild. Bill Barnwell from ESPN just threw out a trade idea that's got the whole city split. And we need to talk about it seriously. Barnwell suggests the Bears send left tackle Braxton Jones to the Raiders in exchange for defensive end Tyree Wilson. Before you start yelling, let me explain why it kinda makes sense and also why it could backfire hard. Because, like everything in Chicago, nothing's simple. First, Braxton Jones. The guy got benched at halftime of Week 4 ironically against the Raiders. Didn't play a single snap in Week 6 versus Washington. Theo Benedette's the starting left tackle now, and by all, the coaches made their call, Jones is out. And honestly, I get it. Jones has always been solid but not spectacular. In a league where edge rushers get freakier and faster every year, solid but not spectacular doesn't cut it. When you're blocking your franchise quarterback's blind side dot, so what do we do with Jones? Benedette's the starter, Ozzie Trapilo is the swing tackle, and Kieran Amagaji becomes eligible to return after Week 7. On paper, Jones looks expendable. Meanwhile, the Raiders are dying for a left tackle after losing Colton Miller. Now we flip sides, Tyree Wilson, 7th overall pick in the 2023 draft, 25 years old, a high-ceiling project who just hasn't panned out in Vegas. 1 start this year, playing only 41% of defensive snaps. To sacks, 11 pressures. Are those first-round numbers? No way, but do they show untapped potential? I think so. And here's the argument for doing it. Our pass rush is a mess. Gervin Dexter Sr. leads the team with 1.5 sacks. Dexter, a defensive tackle. Only Dexter and Sweat have double-digit pressures all year. When was the last time you saw the monsters of the Midway create consistent heat without blitzing? It's been too long. And in a division with Jordan Love, Jared Goff, and Sam Darnold, we can't keep giving clean pockets. So, in theory, Wilson could bring that spark. We're missing a 4th edge rusher locked in through 2026. Young, athletic, and maybe one good coach away from unlocking that potential. And it's a big but, there are serious problems here. First, Austin Booker. The Bears opened his 21-day window last week, and he's likely debuting Week 7. The organization believes Booker can deliver immediate help in the pass rush. Wouldn't it make more sense to see him first before making any trade? I think so. We've got 3 games before the trade deadline on November 4th. 3 games to find out if Booker's the answer. If he is, great. If not, then explore options. Second, and this is the real concern, offensive line depth. Sure, Jones isn't starting right now, but what if Benedette gets hurt? What if Benedette struggles badly against Cameron Jordan this Sunday and looks exposed? Suddenly Trapilo's your only left tackle option, and we all know the coaches have zero trust in him on that side. Ask yourself, is it worth risking Caleb Williams' protection for a defensive project that might not pan out? I'm saying probably not. Williams' development is paramount. It's the #1 priority this year, this rebuild, this entire era. We can't gamble with that. But here's the counterpoint: if Benedette's truly your guy and Amagaji's a reliable backup, then Jones becomes just a roster clog. So why not use him to strengthen your weakest area, the pass rush? Barnwell argues Wilson could at least take pressure off Sweat and Odeyingbo, keeping them fresh for key downs. And honestly, he's not wrong. Sweat's playing too many snaps. When you're gassed, your technique drops, and that's when dumb penalties happen. Like those to roughing the passer calls we've seen. So if I'm Ryan Poles, I wait. Watch what Booker does these next 3 games. If he can't produce, then revisit it. But don't rush into something that could leave your QB exposed. Another factor, Jones hits free agency after this season. If he walks, you might still get a compensatory pick. Not a high one, but something. Is Wilson worth more than that comp pick? Maybe, but I'm not sold. Let me ask one final question. Do you really trust this staff to fix Tyree Wilson when the Raiders couldn't? Because that's the bet. You're betting on this coaching staff to unlock a player who's been a disappointment for 2.5 seasons. On paper, the trade makes sense. But the timing's off. Let's see Booker first. Let's see Benedette handle top competition. Then, if it still makes sense 2 weeks from now, pull the trigger. Because in Chicago, we can't afford more mistakes, not this year, not with everything on the line. So to recap, a linebacker returning who could give us the depth we need, a rookie receiver on the verge of a breakout, and a controversial trade that could reshape the D-line. 3 stories, a million implications. Now, here's what I want to know from you. Can Ogbongbemiga actually make an impact? Or is he just another body? Is Luther Burden III ready to be a legit number 3 option in this offense? And should the Bears flip Braxton Jones for Tyree Wilson, or is that too risky? Drop your takes in the comments. And don't give me those lukewarm answers. I want to know where you stand and why. Because that's what we do here. We don't just cover the news, we debate it. And if you want to truly be part of this community, stay locked into every Bears move, every rumor, every deep dive, then hit that subscribe button right now. Because I promise you, tomorrow there's gonna be even bigger news. And you don't want to miss what's next for Chicago. Hit like if you think Burden deserves more snaps than Zachos. Subscribe if you trust Ryan Poles to make the right roster calls. And comment your score prediction for Sunday's game against the Saints. Because this isn't just a YouTube channel, it's family. A Navy and Orange family that suffered together on the Celebrate Together. When we finally bring that Lombardi trophy back home to Chicago, bear down, family. See you in the next one.